Okay, so our final example problem of this section, we're going to talk about something called the remainder theorem. Holy hot dog, you guys. So, as I told you in the Prezi, there are not one, but two ways to find the remainder. Holy hot dog, right? I know. Okay, which one way we already know. If you do any kind of polynomial division, so that means either synthetic division or long division, you can get the remainder by looking at the very last number. Okay, so that's one way. The other way is something called synthetic substitution, which I'll get there in just a moment. Okay, so let's talk about polynomial division, which you guys should be pros at this by now. I personally, you can use either long or synthetic division on the polynomial division side, but I personally prefer synthetic division, so I'm going to be using that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing synthetic division with this division up here. Alright, so I'm going to set up my box, my plus sign. Okay, which remember, the opposite of this number goes in the box, so I'm going to put a 4. Okay, my highest exponent is x to the third, so I'm going to start lining them up. I'm going to go down by 1 each time. So x to the third, x squared, x to the first, and x to the 0. Alright, as next, I'm going to write the coefficients of the numbers in the dividend below. So the coefficient of x to the third is a 2, so I'm going to write a 2. The coefficient of x squared is negative 5. The coefficient of my x to the first term is, I don't see one, so there secretly is a negative 1 there. Don't forget that, you guys. Alright, and then lastly, my last number is a 14. Alright guys, let's get a show on the road. And all we're doing, you guys, is finding the remainder. So I don't even have to write my answer like this. I'm just going to find the remainder. So that very last number in our synthetic division is the remainder. So once I find that, I am done with this problem. I will be donezo. Okay, let's get going. Start this madness. So, bring the 2 down. I'm going to multiply the 2 to the 4. 2 times 4 gives me 8. I'm going to write that bad boy up here. Add down. 8 minus 5, or negative 5 plus 8, is a 3. I'm going to multiply this up here. So 3 times 4 is 12. Slide that thing over. Add down. Negative 1 plus 12 is 11. I'm going to multiply it to up here. 11 times 4 is 44. I'm going to slide that thing over and add down. 14 plus 44 is 58. Holy hot dog, you guys. That was so much fun. Guys, so this is my remainder, 58. Okay, so if I do the other side correctly, I should get the same remainder. So let's go through how we find the remainder using synthetic substitution. Okay, so what the remainder theorem says, if you put the sign that is the opposite in the divisor, so the opposite of our divisor, it is minus 4, but the opposite of that is positive 4. So basically, you guys, we're going to be using this number in our boxy. So what you're going to do, if you substitute in the opposite of the divisor, which is the same number in the box, into the dividend, you should get the remainder, okay? Which the dividend, we're going to call p of x. Okay, so p of x equals our dividend, which is 2x to the third, minus 5x squared, minus x, plus 14. Okay, so all we're going to do, you guys, we're going to put in the opposite of this number, which is the same number as in the box. If I put that in for x in our dividend, we should get the remainder. So let's see what happens. So all my x's are going to transform into a 4. Okay, so this x is going to become a 4. My x turned into negative 4, so all my x's will turn into this x turned into a positive 4, not negative 4, sorry. So that means all my x's are going to turn into a positive 4. So it will be 2 times my x, which is now 4, so 4 to the third, minus 5x is going to transform into 4, so it will be 4 squared, minus the x, which is now 4, so minus 4, and plus 14. Alright guys, let's see what happens. So, remember, when you have something like this, you must do the exponent first before you multiply. Exponents before multiplication. It's order of operations, people. So I'm going to do 4 to the third first. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. So this is going to be 2 times 64. Minus, let's do 4 squared. 4 times 4 is 16. So it'll be minus 5 times 16. Okay, minus a 4 is just minus a 4. and plus 14. Alright guys, let's start simplifying. 2 times 64, well that's going to give us a 128. Minus 5 times 16, that's going to give us an 80. Okay, minus 4 and plus 14. Alright guys, let's start combining some like terms. Okay? So P of 4. 128 minus 80, that's going to give me, let's see, 28, which will leave it with, let's see, 128 minus 80 will be, minus 28, 42, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Or no, it'll be 52. Sorry, guys. That will be a 52. Ah. Come on, white out. 52. Alright, let me double check again. Yes. That will be 80. Or hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm being stupid. 128 minus 80. Let me just do it. Instead of trying to do it in my head, I'll just do it. Alright, it's 48. Sorry, guys. Just Long's having a moment. Alright, so 48 plus 80 will give me a 128. So that's 48. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it helps just to do it on the paper instead of trying to do it all in your head. Okay, so that's 48. Alright, so we covered these two, so I'm going to bring down my minus 4 and my plus 14. Alright, let's see if we get 58. Let's see what happens. So 48 minus 4 is 44 plus 14. So 44 plus 14 will, in fact, you guys, give me a 58. Holy hot dog. Do you guys see how I got the same thing? Yay! So this is the same thing as my remainder. So if you guys did not get the same thing as your remainder, that means something went wrong, either in synthetic division or here. These should always give you the same value. Okay, so again, synthetic substitution, mostly what it's good for is to check to see if your remainder is correct, or if you're just curious about the remainder and you don't want to do polynomial division, you can do synthetic substitution. Holy hot dog, that was a good time, you guys. Isn't it cool that we can find the remainder in not just one, but two ways? Holy hot dog.